release of the Nintendo Switch 2 brought with it a brand new patch for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet that promised to drastically improve the games. I wanted to test that out, so I decided on stream to try shiny hunting in the laggiest areas that Scarlet and Violet had to offer. And honestly, what I found completely blew me away. And if you enjoy what you see, consider subscribing. But enough of me, let's get into the gameplay. So I've planned out an entire thing for the stream and for the eventual video that this is going to become. What I wanted to do is boot up the Switch 2 and run around the game and just experience everything. Get used to how everything is, have fun, and, embrace the differences. Now that I've done that for an hour, I want to go to the laggiest parts of this game traditionally, put on a sandwich, and then shiny hunt for an hour. And just really see how improved is, first, this incredibly laggy lake. How much better is, I'm gonna butcher the name, the Casseroya Lake. So, in a second, I'm gonna go over there, I'm gonna make a water sandwich. Well, I'll make 2 sandwiches. And we're just gonna shiny hunt for an hour and see what there is to see. After that, we're gonna go to Tree Thicket. Gonna go to the bamboo forest, gonna go to the Asado? The desert. We'll go to the desert. And then we'll go to the wintry mountain. I'm not gonna mispronounce words more than I normally do. I don't need to do that. And once that's done, I mean, that might be the end of our stream for today. I probably won't go the full 12 hours today. But then tomorrow I plan to stream again. I'm gonna shiny hunt in Area 0, shiny hunt in Kitakami, shiny hunt in the Blueberry Academy. And then I'll have 2 hours just to test the craziest spots in this game before one final hour where I am going to shiny hunt and just see how many shinies I can find in 1 hour. I'm going to try to set a personal best, maybe set a record. I have no idea. I don't know the most amount of shinies anyone's found in an hour. I'm just going to see how many I can find. So, without further ado, let's see how improved Casseroya Lake is. Let's see it. Also, what does oh my god, that was so quick. I couldn't even look anything up before I got here. That's crazy. What shiny Slowpoke in this game look like? That barely looks different. Gonna fail a bunch of them. Awesome, cool, that's fine. All right, let's save. Let's make a sandwich and let's see. All right. Everything is so much quicker. It's so much quicker. Oh man. All right. It is rice, and then okay, well, that was, I'm still stupid, right? That's still an issue. So it is chili sauce. And then, boop. Boop. Okay, cool. Game looks and plays so well on the Switch 2. Big fan. I'm playing right now on my Switch 2 as well. Hey, enjoy, Andy. I hope you're having an absolute blast. Appreciate the 5, man. Thank you. Why do I have so many experience candies? Making videos for a living. Playing the game more than anyone probably should play it. Simple stuff, honestly. Doing a lot of Herba Mystica hunting. Alright. Didn't mess that up? Let's see it. Let's see it. How improved is this lake? Oh my god. I am going to fail so many shiny Slowpoke. I don't even know if it's worth it, man. I don't even know if it's worth testing them out. What I want to find so badly is a shiny Dondozo. I have looked for shiny Dondozo so many times, but this stupid lake was so laggy that it was never worth it. This is crazy. This is so much better immediately. I don't know what Slowpoke is shiny though. I need to try to find at least one shiny Slowpoke. I'm gonna fail so many. I need to try to find at least one. All right, but first, screw Slowpoke. Let's just swim around. I just want to enjoy this. I just want to enjoy this. And if I can find a golden Dondozo, then so be it. Wow. This is so much better. This is crazy. This is really, really crazy. Okay. I need to still gain my bearings. It is still a bit overwhelming with how far some of these Pokemon spawn. And the Vault and Veluza still dart after you, which does kind of... I don't like it, honestly. Or at least I used to hate it. When the lake would lag a ridiculous amount, and there's a fish going 500 miles per hour running into you, making the already awful experience much worse, it was a nightmare. But it doesn't seem like they're spawning as much, so you can actually, like, avoid them. I don't know if there's different areas where they spawn a bit more. I say as I fly into, like, a flock of them. Oh, there it is! The first shiny! No, hey, let's chill. Let's chill, okay? Wow. That was quick. That was incredibly fast. All right. There we go. I'm not messing around with other Pokeballs. We are hucking a ridiculous amount of quick balls because there's so many shinies to find now. Like 40 Pokemon spawn at once. I don't need to mess around with that. I'm not going to mess around with nicknames right now. I'm testing things out. I'm seeing... how many green Marill? Oh my god. How many green Marill can we find? But more importantly, I've never found a shiny Veluza. I have never found a shiny Dondozo. Those were the two shinies I wanted to find most in this lake. Can I finally find these two now that this lake is, I don't know, huntable in? Able to be hunted in? That's how you say words. That's how you English well. That's the goal. Okay, let's calm down. You don't have green fins. Leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Okay. The one thing I would like is to find an area where I can just kind of sit down in this and just look around at all the spawns. It'd actually be kind of nice to count how many spawns, but maybe doing that with the Veluza is not really possible. We'll see. Still early into the sandwich. Is that a shiny Slowpoke or a lighting thing? Well, welcome to the lake. I feel like I could make an entire video, just a game show out of, is that a shiny Slowpoke or is it the lighting? Actually, that would be kind of a fun shiny hunting like mini game, and maybe even like genuinely a full video on it. Like find all of the shiny Pokemon in this game that are hard to see and really just quiz people. By getting them out there shiny hunting, is that a shiny or is that the lighting? Veluza is still upsetting me. That has not changed. I don't think it's gotten worse, but it's definitely not changed. Well, actually, we're in this battle. Can we count how many Pokemon while we're in the battle? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Oh gosh. Okay, well, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36 maybe way back there. I may have overcounted, but there's definitely over 30 Pokemon that have spawned right at this moment. So that in itself is double what we usually got. Wasn't it 15 or 16 before? I think conservatively, pretend like I said the word correctly. It seems like double the Pokemon are spawning. conservatively. Hello, PM7. I've watched you for a long time, and I'm asking what is the best way to shiny hunt in Scarlet and Violet without a shiny charm? Outbreaks for sure. Working on getting the shiny charm would be 2. I mean, getting Herba Mystica would be 3, but if you're not going to get the shiny charm and you're not going to get Herba Mystica, learn what the shinies look like. I don't think people are not finding shinies. I think people are not noticing shinies. Figure out what all the shinies look like. Or go to an area where you can like only, I don't know, like 5 different Pokemon spawn and you can have what they look like to the side of you. It's not difficult to get shinies to spawn in Scarlet and Violet. It is difficult to notice them at times. And now with how this game runs, the shiny might just spawn far away. Still wondering if that weird water ramp in Casseroya Lake was intentional, or if someone didn't line up the water planes correctly. I'm not entirely sure what you're talking about, but I kind of want to check it out, whatever that may be. More than anything, I want to find this silly Dondozo. Actually, speaking of Bozo Dozo, what if we did a little picnic resetting? All right, screw you. A little picnic resetting. There we go. That is so quick. That is so absurdly quick. That's insane. That is insane. A lot of the Pokemon are spawning too far out for me to even know if they're shiny, so that is definitely a flaw of the picnic method right now. But if you're fine failing shinies, and this is something I feel really confident on, you need to be fine failing shinies. If you're gonna shiny hunt with a sandwich in the Switch 2, embrace failure. You're gonna fail, that's fine. Just keep resetting so that, you know, you find like the 3rd shiny that pops up. Know you're failing number 1 and number 2, that's fine. You just need to find number 3. Right? Like, you don't need, like, if you spawn 10 shinies in a sandwich, you don't really need 10 shinies, right? You might only need 1. Like, I don't need multiple shiny Dondozo. I don't need multiple shiny Veluza. I really would just like 1. When there's also like the reality of like, if you failed something, like that's that, you failed it, right? Like, you got to move forward. Still got 21 minutes, you know? You just got to find the next thing. Now, Chad, I'm going to ask an embarrassing question, and I'm going to need you to be okay with my dum-dum brain that forgets things. Is Tatsugiri dragon water type, or is it just dragon? I feel like it definitely is dragon water, but it's such a difficult shiny to hunt for because I do not know all of the colors off the top of my head that I usually kind of ignore its existence. But I kind of feel like I should be trying to pay attention to them with this. Okay, it is water. All right, thank you. I've been around since the New Orleans Pelipper's team builders. Oh my gosh. Thank you so freaking much for sticking around with me for so long. I have a really hard time recognizing that anyone could or would be around from those days. And I'm very, very critical of myself. I always have been. I won't say I always will be, but like I'll probably always struggle with it at least a little bit. And the content I make now is just so much better than the content I used to make. So I don't always look back, and it's nice to, it's really, really nice to know people are still watching. There's also just legitimately like millions of people in the world that have no idea that I am. Hey. Don't ruin this. I have wanted this shiny for so long. Do not ruin this. Don't ruin this. I am so happy. I've wanted this shiny. No! Is it despawning? What? Does it despawn? Veluza! What just happened? You're ruining my life! Why? Well, I think this is the time where the chat asks me, why did you stop? And the very obvious answer would be, I didn't know that it despawned in that way. Most Pokemon in this game, when you find them, they kind of stick around. They kind of just stick around. And usually there's not like fish flying at you and slowing you down and making it hard to get into battle. There's like a few factors, I think, that kind of played into that. Most of it was not knowing that Dondozo just sunk under the water and then disappeared forever. Didn't know that. Didn't really know. Usually when I'm in this lake, it's so laggy. It's so laggy that it's hard to really pay attention to what's going on. Why didn't you save? Well, see, chat, here's the thing. Again, I feel like I'm gonna have to repeat myself a few times, and maybe I should just like accept the big L. Just do that back and forth for a while and be sad. But I didn't think it was gonna despawn, so I didn't think I needed to save. It despawned so quickly, and the Veluza kept running into me very quickly. So chat, I think the answer of why I didn't do X, Y, and Z is, again, I didn't know that was a thing that it did. Didn't know. You know what, Landon, you're right. There wasn't a failure, it was an opportunity for learning and for growth. And any day you can learn a little bit's a good day. Any day you can learn and grow as a person is just a good day. I'm gonna kill Veluza. I'm just gonna barbecue it. I'm throwing it on the grill. I'm not even gonna eat it. I'm gonna cook it. I'm gonna cook it. I'm gonna feed it to a dog, okay? You're gonna feed it to a dog that can eat the Veluza. Maybe not my like 9-pound dog. That would probably be regrettable. I'm feeding Veluza to someone. I'm gonna feed Veluza other Veluza. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take the Veluza, I'm gonna cook the Veluza, I'm gonna feed it to other Veluza, and then I'm gonna start a war between the Veluzas. The Veluza are gonna start eating each other, and then I will never have to deal with them again. They will all be gone. Except for one. One shiny one that survives the Great Veluza War, and then I will catch that one, and then I will never deal with these stupid Pokemon ever again. Arceus does have a cruel sense of humor, you're right. Give Veluza a Glaseado guess for ya. Ratatsugiri shiny forms, it's one fully white, the other one are orange with brown on top, and orange with yellow thin stripes. I do appreciate that. I do know the white one off the top of my dome, but the other ones are hard to remember. Okay, what I was gonna say before the shiny popped up and then it failed is it's very wild to like exist now with millions of people. It's insane that millions of people know that exist. That is also wild. But that after like 10 years of being a competitive battler and doing all of that, that all the people that know me for PM7, almost all of them do not know. Forget that I am a good competitive battler. I don't think most people really even know I'm good at Pokemon. So it's nice when someone who remembers the New Orleans Pelipper's days pops by. Every time I talk about the competitive stuff, a shiny pops up. That's crazy. I don't know how that keeps happening. But I will take the shiny Gyarados. I'm not as excited about shiny Gyarados as I am the shiny Dondozo. That is gone. I failed it. It's gone forever. I'm sad. But the shiny Gyarados looks incredible. I mean, look at this thing. The first shiny Pokemon most people ever saw. And look how crazy this thing looks in this game now. My gosh, that's crazy. That's sick. Thank you. All right. Good at Pokemon. Tell that to the Dondozo that ran away. You know, I could say pretty confidently that no one thinks that competitive Pokemon players are good at shiny hunting. So I guess if I'm gonna invoke the past, then maybe I'm sinking back into my old ways, and my ability to be competent here falls off a cliff. Leave me alone, man. Leave me alone. Haven't you done enough? Haven't you done enough? Gosh. Man, oh man. I just want a shiny Dondozo. Is that asking too much, man? I've left my competitive glory days behind me, okay? It's whether the glory days. You know, I was just reminiscing. I'm done reminiscing. The past is scary, okay? I want to move forward. I want to go back to the shiny hunting days, okay? Back to the shiny hunting days. God, Palooza, you are ruining my life. You are ruining my everything. And none of you are green. Oh my gosh, there's so many of them. Sounds like you need to give a tutorial on, ooh, no, I did not play VGC. So that is actually a very big thing. VGC is bigger now than it's ever been. In large part, thanks to my incredibly good friend, one Wolfie VGC. But back when I was a competitive player, singles was the most popular thing on YouTube by like a very considerable margin. Most people, when they got into competitive Pokemon, I'd say, got into competitive singles. That has thankfully changed. Like, there isn't a official single scene. There's an official double scene. But no, I never learned VGC. I was really good at singles battling. And the way me and Wolfie became very good friends, and I consider him one of my best friends in the world, like just truly one of the best people I've ever met, is he considered me to be his singles competitive rival. So that's how me and Wolfie became good friends, which I very much love. You know what? It feels like a good peak. I went out on top, right? The world champion, you know, the greatest Pokemon player of all time, when he, you know, sank down to the singles level for a little bit, he considered me his rival, which, I mean, what's a better compliment than that? Now, did he beat me often? Yeah, maybe he did. But, you know, I still got a few wins off of old Wolfie VGC. But no, VGC, I've never actually learned VGC. I might be an incredible VGC player. I could be a horrible VGC player. I have no idea. I mean, there's a lot of things in singles that I just really enjoy. Like, I love the, you know, there's a lot more switching in singles, and I love the predictions that come from that. I've always been a big fan of, like, you know, just maneuvering hazards, stealth rocks, and spikes, and making sure that you can get your hazards up and preventing your opponent from getting them up, and just that kind of back and forth. And just kind of like throughout the game, it's a much longer game, so you're really learning your opponent, how they play, and then trying to, you know, make reads based off of that. Where VGC, it's more, okay, we played game one, I saw what Pokemon they brought, I saw how they played, how can I make the adjustments for game two? You're making the adjustments mid-game rather than game by game. So, I don't know. I'm sure some of my skills would translate. I'm sure some wouldn't. There'd be a ridiculous amount of learning. Maybe someday. I'll put it this way. The only way I would ever try to learn VGC is if Wolfie wanted to do some sort of like video teaching someone VGC, I'd do that, or, oh gosh, I don't know, if something like that popped up. But that's a green Meryl. That is Bob, the green Meryl. And I'm gonna go say hi to Bob before these stupid fish ruin my life even more. It's not the shiny I came here for. I saw that shiny. I saw the Dondozo. But it's gone. It's gone forever. Yeah, no, that's fine. Yep. All right. Well, I would say so far, outside of Veluza, so far so good. I haven't noticed any frame drops. This has been so smooth. This has been such an incredible experience. I've always wanted to shiny hunt in this lake more. There are so many shinies I've wanted to get and haven't been able to. Dondozo, Veluza, some of the Tatsugiri forms. And now I can actually do that. Now I'm hopeful I can find Dondozo and Veluza so that I can leave this and never come back. But I'm a little nervous that I found my Dondozo and I ruined it. Actually, what I will say, my biggest complaint, the old game being so bad and laggy is why I didn't know Dondozo behaved the way it did, and that is why I failed the Dondozo. So while the game is no longer a laggy nightmare, the fact that it used to be a laggy nightmare created a different nightmare. And I still blame the game for it. So you know what? That's my #1 knock right now. That's still on me. God. My Switch 2 is coming Tuesday, and seeing this makes me even more excited. Also super hyped for ZA. Oh, I cannot wait to see what ZA looks like now that I'm playing this. I hope you really, really enjoy. Oh my... Wait, what? Stop, man. Just stop. Please. God. Oh my God. Okay, I need to go to a different area where Veluza spawns left often. This is just... I have a complaint. I have a complaint. I don't think Veluza was made for this many spawns. I really wish they recalibrated Veluza. Whether it like spawns less now, or if it's slower or something. This is a bit of a nightmare. Are you shiny? What? I can't even check if Slowpoke is shiny because these things keep attacking me. God. Man, it's... Gosh. I just want to check the... I want to check the Slowpoke. Chat, I'm just gonna fail Slowpoke and I don't care. I'm gonna need everyone to get on the same page. We're gonna fail Slowpoke and that's okay. We're not gonna check any of them. I'm gonna put you in front, so if I need to kill Veluzas, I can do that easier. And we're just gonna accept that we're failing Slowpoke today. Slowpoke, if you're shiny, that's sick. And I'm like really happy for you. And I just want you to experience life being special, you know, and all of the benefits that I assume come from being shiny. You don't need to be in a quick ball. You don't need that. That's okay. Enjoy the lake, man. The water's great. The water is absolutely great this time of year. I don't need to take you from your family, okay? I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. What I need to do is find a shiny Dondozo. I am so sad. Dang it. That was on me. Oh, God. I'm also just not sure if I'm going to be able to find a Tatsugiri, because you really got to look closely at some of them. But man, oh man, is it tough with what's going on. Now, a question I need to ask you guys is there a part of this lake that is better for Dondozo, or is it just anywhere and I need to get lucky again? Because I'm... Oh, that was stupid purple. I'm really, really genuinely sad that I failed the Dondozo. Of every Pokemon I wanted to shiny hunt today, shiny Dondozo was #1. That was the one I really wanted. That was the one. And I messed it up so bad. I'm so sad about it, man. I'm so sad. Oh, I really wanted Dondozo. And you only need one. It doesn't evolve. An outbreak for Dondozo? I don't want to spend time trying to get an outbreak. I mean, we have one more sandwich after this, so there's still a chance. I am just sad. I'm bummed. I'm just a little bummed. Alright, that's a lot of Dondozo. Okay. Okay, I guess near the islands is a good call. I like that. I like what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a lot more Dondozo spawn. Just need one to be yellow. Oh, geez. Alright, new to streaming. How do I show chat? Yeah, I would look up YouTube tutorials. One, I'm not who you want to go to for tech. I'm not horrible with tech. I mean, my buddy Nick would probably counter that, but he used to make fun of me very fairly for how bad I was with tech. We've then met a lot of people who are much, much, much worse. I will not put them all on blast. But while I am like, and maybe even just slightly below average, not who you want to go to. The people you do want to go to, any YouTube tutorial. I'm very visual, so for me, it's just much easier to see someone actually show it on screen than like looking up on Google and like someone is like saying something, but then you're looking, you're like, well, I can't find it. I understand it might not be the most helpful thing, but trust me. Nick had never met Wolf. God. Nick trying to help Wolf out with his tech was... I think that might have been the meanest thing I've ever done to Nick. Putting those two in contact. I will never forget, as long as I live, the messages I got from Nick, like frantically. Like, Wolfie, we helped him figure out his new computer. It wasn't working. He couldn't get it to work. And then the way he got it to work is he kicked it. Just kicked it. Thinking like a pretty good kick, like not a nudge, like he kicked it, and then it worked. Started working. I think something was out of place, or I don't even know what it was, but I will just never forget those text messages. Just frantic. I mean, we helped this man spend so much money to get a nice computer, so he can do a better job with YouTube, this, that, and the other. Just immediately kicking it. God. Wolfie's the best. Worst part? Yeah, he definitely just reinforced all of the thoughts he had beforehand. It's something doesn't work next time. I mean, it's getting kicked. All right, let's see. Dondozo, if you aren't yellow soon, I will cry. It will be embarrassing. Please, please, please. There's a lot of Dondozo popping up. I mean, second sandwich, come on. We got to reclaim it, right? Again, it doesn't matter how many you fail. You got to get the next one, right? It's all about the next one. That's nice Pokemon. Okay. First half hour of shiny hunting on the now lagless lake, and we found 4 shinies, failed 1, and then probably failed 27 Slowpoke. So I think that's pretty good. A shiny every 10 minutes. Well, catching a shiny every 10 minutes, pretty good. But I think we can do better. I think we can do better. I feel like 6 is very in the cards, but I want to get at least 4 this time, considering I did see 4 of them. I just, you know. All right, so salty and then sweets. Perfect. All right. had to send a message real quick like. And we will do this. Up, 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 it up. All right, had to get a few little things figured out. And we will go. Both would be nice. I just kind of want like something warm because my voice is kind of going already. Okay. Thank you, sweetie. Nikki, I'm not gonna fail Dondozo this time, right?
You've never failed me.
You're right. I haven't failed anything. Failing, it's just a state of mind. What is failure, right? Like that's such, I think that's such a good point. Now, I didn't catch the shiny Dondozo that spawned.
But it was a learning.
Right, I didn't fail anything. Like, it's not over, right? The experience is not over. I can still catch another shiny Dondozo. What did I fail at? I didn't fail at getting a shiny Dondozo. I just didn't catch the first one I saw. You're so right. It is going to be even better. It's not a test. There's no grade at the end of this. Yeah. What's the rubric? You know, what's telling me what failure is? Already uploading it, Mr. Landon. Already uploading it. Okay. Veluza, you can't bring me down. You can't. You might want to. You might try. I'm not going to let you bring me down. Not today. Not ever. You're not shiny, right? Nope. But you're dead. You know what? And that's what you get for masquerading around as a shiny. Okay? That's what you get. I don't even know how that thing killed a Veluza. Did the Veluza get onto land? They're not supposed to do that. This is my safe space. This is where I'm supposed to be safe from that horrible, horrible fish. Will OKC Indiana be the least watched NBA Finals ever? I mean, I don't know, maybe. It's become a meme that, like, you know, people talk about, like, just the viewership of the NBA because it was talked about so much. But, like, even the meme of it, I've started to grow weary of. It's, like, a very interesting thing of, like, when did we start caring how many people, you know, like, watched a sport because the market wasn't big enough? Because, like, we don't do that in the NFL, but we do it in the NBA, and it's, like, very weird. And I don't know why that's, like, such a big thing. It's very odd. I'm a little worried that OKC might smoke the Pacers, but I'm really excited. I would love to see the Pacers make that a competitive series. I think that'd be so exciting. Like, it's just such a fresh NBA Finals. Like, it's really cool how both teams were built. I'm really, really, really excited for this one. I really am. I'm a little worried it is going to go the way of last year's finals, and then I will immediately no longer be excited for it. That's my worry, but we'll see. Be like Bob Ross chat. It's not failed shinies. It is little happy accidents. Thank you. Exactly. Absolutely. What NFL team am I on? None of them. What is my favorite NFL team? Wow, that was so quick. I did not mean to do that. This game is so smooth that I accidentally fat fingered a button and just false swiped it within seconds. That's kind of crazy. How many shinies do I have and how many I failed this live stream? Well, I've caught, like, I don't know, what, like 5, I think? How many have I failed? I have no idea. I mean, I've only noticed one that I failed. I have no idea. It's tough to really know. I'm, like, pretty locked in on trying to find a Dondozo, though, after failing that. There's absolutely no lag. Yeah, no, this place is completely changed. It's so fixed. It's so much better. It's crazy. I am seeing something that happens a lot in the chat, or that has been popping up in the chat a lot. A lot of people keep asking like, put on the frog hat, put on the frog hat. I'm going to be honest, chat. I think I'm going to say it here and now. I think the frog hat is basically retired. Not going to say fully retired. There's always a chance it pops up. But you know, with something like that, I just really loved how spontaneous and silly the frog hat was. Like everything about it was just very random and organic. And there was a bit in the beginning of Scarlet and Violet where it was fun of like, okay, things aren't going well. Like we're donning the lucky cap and then we will find things. But I think the tough thing about having a stream and a chat is like, you know, it's a fun moment. People got excited about that. But every stream since, everyone will just spam, put frog hat on. And the fun, spontaneous thing that I did as a silly little bit, being a 24/7 spam, it loses its fun and it loses like how spontaneous it was, you know? And I think like the drowsy meme of having people constantly spamming hunt for drowsy, it makes it lose the fun. And my kind of humor, at least with that kind of stuff, is I want to do something random and unexpected. Like I want it to be like, hey, this was silly. Maybe it wasn't even funny. It was just like, why'd he do that? Yeah, just like bunny ears, Nikki. You nailed it.
Got him.
You know?
I realized we never set up. Bring it.
Does this room feel unbearably hot?
That whole house feels pretty hot.
Oh, okay, then maybe. Yeah. I've just been existing within... Is that a shiny slowpoke? Am I insane or am I the goat? Did I notice a shiny slowpoke? Oh, I did! Let's go! Wow. Wow. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Yeah, I'm just gonna... Yeah, I think that's fair. I'm gonna be honest. I'm pretty impressed with that one. Pretty darn impressed with that one. Just called my shot. See, and that is why I actually, Tyler, Landon, whoever's listening, write it down. I kind of want to put some thought into this game show. Because the whole thing with this idea could really just be about, like, is it shiny or is it the shading? Is it the shadows? But people would not be able to send a Pokemon out and test it. You would have to run into the Pokemon. You'd have to call your shot. And I think the way to do it that'd be interesting is like everyone has like 3 lives. If you're wrong, you lose a life, right? If you're wrong, you lose a life. And if you're right and you catch it, obviously you gain a point. And then whoever has the most points at the end wins. So if you're too cautious and you just don't get any shinies, you have no chance to win. But if you're too reckless and too bold, you may end up losing. Or like just knocking yourself out of the competition. It doesn't even matter. So I really think there is something here. Maybe it's something that wouldn't be a good video. Maybe it would just be like a fun stream I try. I don't know. Ooh, Nikki, put that near the door. That way it's not picked up on the mic. Or please, I should say. Sorry, did not mean just to order you. Well, what it does is it cycles the air out of this room. So I do feel it. And it does more for the room overall. Could you put it on like a lower setting though? Because it's just, I don't want the, I mean, I probably shouldn't be putting the quality of the stream over my own comfort, but I am wanting to put the, actually, Nikki, I'm going to need you to sit in the chair for a second and I will just set this up. I need you to embrace the the fun that is the Switch 2.
Okay. It's a Nikki stream. I'm short compared. Fish, fish, fish. Is saying fish, fish, fish not quality content? Ah! I got attacked by fish. Hello. I would love the immediate Nikki shiny to activate. I never find shinies when I take over the stream.
You got it one time.
Oh yeah. But wasn't it when you were doing one of those things and I found a shiny that we had already found?
Probably.
Wait, is that a shiny Magikarp over there?
There's no Magikarp.
Oh. What is that gold thing?
Tatsugiri. It's sushi.
Oh. Damn. And it doesn't appear to be shiny unless there's two on the screen. Would be insane. Why is it different from that orange one?
Alright, as much as I love you, and I love you dearly.
I don't like these things that attack me, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see what was happening from a mile away, and
How do you stop those things from attacking?
I've been complaining about it mostly the whole time, so you don't really, but you can definitely minimize it, and I have a feeling that you would do the same thing over and over and over again, hoping for a different result.
What are you talking
Now, it's okay. We have different skills. Like, you're a doctor. Ooh, you deliver babies, and I failed shiny whale fish dudes. So, you know, what's more impressive? The definition of insanity. It's, you know, we all have our skills. Chat, can you hear a fan in the background, or is everything a-okay? One thing that I am a little nervous about is after that Dondozo fail, I've really locked into hunting in this one area. I'm seeing less Pokemon, and I'm worried I'm now just going to find less shinies and not reclaim the Dondozo. So I think I may need to move around. I think I may need to accept that I'm not going to, like, for sure reclaim the Dondozo and just see if I can at least get a Vault in Veluza. Because I really do like Veluza shiny, and it is a really cool Pokemon. It's just infuriating, dude. It's so infuriating. I mean, a Tatsugiri that I haven't found before, a Veluza or a Dondozo. If I could just get any of those, I'd be happy. Any of them. Because, I mean, I can always come back and hunt this later. But man, it would be nice. Okay. Chat, if you want to tell me I missed a shiny, serious or trolling, you have to say what Pokemon it is. Because if you say I missed a shiny, I'm just going to be like, yeah, I mean, probably. I don't know. I mean, I assume I have. I mean, look how many Pokemon spawn. There are like 35 Pokemon spawning at once. I'm missing shinies. Shiny Slowpoke? I don't know. It's so hard to tell, and I already found one. I don't care. How many shiny Slowpoke do I need? I already found one. Nah, screw that. I'm not going to look at any Slowpoke unless I'm convinced it's shiny. I don't need to prove myself. I already proved myself. What even is that? Oh, yeah. Remember that game. That game was fun for like a second. I didn't realize when I did like the system transfer that like every single game was going to transfer. Like every single one. I thought I could make it so like some of them spawn or transferred over. But no, it's just been going all day. Mr. Shiny Golduck, you know what? Good riddance. I have found too many of those. silly little ducks. Oh, oh, was that green? Was that green? No, it was not. No, it was not. Nope. Nope. Just got run over by a fish now. All right. Well. Hunt in area 0. All in good time, my good sir. All in good time. For now, I just have to be frustrated. Oh, oh, no, no, no. Save, save, save. Where's the save button? Save, 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 save. Oh my God, there it is. Go on, no, no, no. Go, 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 go. No, 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 no. Yes, yes. I don't know why I saved. I should have just gone for it. Shiny Dondozo. Dondozo. Of all of the shiny Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet, this has been maybe the one I've wanted the most. Yellow is my favorite color, and I think this is one of the best yellow shinies we've ever gotten. I just think it's so beautiful. It's such a cool Pokemon. The only problem is this lake was the worst place to go in the entire game. It was the worst place to shiny hunt. You couldn't isolate any of the Pokemon without an outbreak. Everything was so laggy. You're getting run over by fish every other step. But now, not only have I found the shiny Dondozo, but it's enjoyable to be here. I'm so happy. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Donbozo. I feel like I shouldn't be naming a Pokemon I'm excited to have Donbozo, but I just, you know, it's you know, I'm saying it in a nice way. Like, you know. Oh, you Donbozo. It's like that. Oh. The only thing left to find really is the Veluza. I mean, the Tatsugiri would be nice, but I'm not as committed to that. It feels insane that I haven't ever found a shiny Tatsugiri, considering they run at you. Like, even if you didn't see it, these Pokemon are constantly flying at you. So if the shiny spawns, in theory, it would find you before you find it. So let's see if we can make that happen. We got 13 minutes. That should be more than enough time to find one. So let's really go fast. Like, let's really just fly around and see how much we can get to spawn. And honestly, the funny part about this is I think, like, shiny spawning will hurt us. Like, every shiny that spawns, that's a shiny Golduck, isn't it? Oh, God, why are my eyes so good? Why are my eyes so good? Dang it, see, like, every shiny that spawns is gonna take time away from finding the Veluza. I should have just ignored it and let a VOD watcher notice I missed a shiny. See, if you guys are wondering why you don't find shinies, that's why. If you didn't notice that shiny, sometimes they're just hard to see, and you just have to be really, like, either, I don't even know what I say. I have good peripheral vision, and I'm very good at scanning kind of constantly. I think I just miss less than most people do. I think that's all it is. You just have to notice and you have to know what the shinies look like. I know Golduck is hard to notice. It's a little bit darker and its beak really stands out. And I noticed the little red on its beakity beak. But there's plenty of shinies I've probably also failed that maybe you've noticed here. So I don't know. Ah! Okay, Vaultin Veluza. Am I gonna eventually give these away? No. Maybe eventually, I don't know. I mean, like at some point, if I'm just like looking at my collection of shinies and I have like, you know, 700 shiny Golduck, I'm not gonna keep all 700 shiny Golduck, but no, there's no part of like this stream that's built in where I'm gonna spend time giving them away. Because here's the reality, right? If I spend time trading away my shinies, then I've like now stopped making entertaining content. and I'm just like very slowly trading things away, and one person at a time is going to get things, and then a lot of people are going to be very disappointed because they just didn't get lucky and get it. So maybe at some point, but I'm gonna let you down. Not even easy. I'm just gonna be very straightforward. No, I'm not trading these. They're mine. Mine. My shinies. Mine. I want the sparkly fish. You missed shiny Tatsugiri? Yeah, I buy it. I believe you. You will not hear me disagree. That sounds like something I definitely did. I am very locked on Veluza right now, so unless it's a white Tatsugiri, I don't actually know if there's a possibility that I'd notice it. So I'm really just trying to see those green fins. If I could leave this lake with those two, I think that'd be the best possible outcome, honestly. I think that would really be everything I wanted to see with this lake. I wanted to see the frame rates, how everything functions, and then be able to shiny hunt for Pokemon I've always wanted, but never, you know, really could. I put time into shiny hunting this lake. It's just so hard to get things to spawn normally. It's just a nightmare. Not only was it difficult, it just wasn't fun. Just not an enjoyable experience. So if we could go from that to I get everything I wanted, I'd be so happy. If I did a psychic sandwich, I could get Veluza easily. I could. But I really want to keep it to 2 sandwiches an area and then move on to the next one. Because I can always come back, right? Like, I can always come back. And I don't think there's anything left to do to showcase how much better the lake is. I feel like we've kind of maxed things out. Now, it could be funny to do a psychic sandwich and then have 500 Veluza swarm me. That would be kind of funny. But the joke would be on me, and you guys would laugh as I was miserable. And, you know, maybe that is... maybe that is in some ways worth it, but I don't want to deal with that personally. I think Veluza spawns more over here. I'm not totally sure, but I think so. Kind of guessing, honestly. What do we call this area now that it's not Lag Lake anymore? I think we just have to learn how to pronounce the actual name. Is it Casseroya? I think? I don't know. I didn't learn a lot of the... Well, actually, I never really learned the names of, like, Pokemon towns. It's just not really something I, like, care about. It's not really... I'm not really a good memorizer in that way. I'm not very good at trivia. Like, I was always really, really good with history. I love history. Like, you know, I did a bunch of APs and college classes for high-level history stuff. But if you took me to bar trivia and hoped I could be a ringer for history stuff, you'd be very disappointed. If you wanted me to write you an incredible paper, like a 12-page paper on something in history, I could do that. But I'm not much of a fact, like, it's just, I don't glom onto a lot of facts. I don't got a lot of good trivia there. And that does, like, make its way into Pokemon as well. There's a lot of little things like that I just don't care about and I don't remember. Can you do my history class for you? No, unfortunately, the whole YouTube thing worked out. Most people that knew me, like, from, especially high school on, were like, man, you'd be an incredible heat teacher. You should definitely be a history teacher. And I was like, I love, like, I really, 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 like, love the profession of teaching. I still catch myself, like, whatever it is, like, wanting to help and teach people. I don't know. I've just been around so many people who, like, really, really just do not care at all about history. And I just could see myself being so, just so down, like, trying to teach a class of people who just truly do not care. I think that would really wear on me. My mom's a teacher. God, I am so proud of her. I think she is so unbelievably incredible, and I love everything about what she does. But at least for right now, not only do I love what I do, and I'm incredibly lucky, I've never really been able to get over that hump of like, man, there's a lot of people that just truly do not care about these different subjects, and that can wear on you. I went to school for teaching, did a different career once I had my own kids because parents were awful. Well, one, I'm very sorry to hear that. It's crappy. That sucks. But that actually, I could see myself being very similar. I think that would be a nightmare. I've never read any sort of manga of anything. I do not watch anime outside of like, if you consider the Pokemon, if you consider like the first few seasons of Pokemon anime, I've watched that, or like the first few seasons of Yu-Gi-Oh, I've watched that, but no, I'm one of the few Pokemon YouTubers who is not into anime or manga, which I feel bad. I hate answering that question because it's just like so normal. People are like, oh, so what do you watch? It's like, none just feels like such a like weird answer and almost like a rude answer. But it's correct. I have watched an aggressive amount of Survivor. Yes. And football and basketball. You want to talk about the rehearsal? You want to talk about the most recent season of the rehearsal? I'm your guy. I'm all in. The Miracle over the Mojave? You want to talk about that? Hey, let's talk. You want to talk about episode 992 of One Piece? You lost me. Dude, he saved 150 people. And I got another shiny Dondozo. You know, I didn't get my shiny Veluza, but I did end up with 2 shiny Dondozo. And that makes me incredibly happy. Just incredibly happy. I mean, there's still a chance. I mean, the sandwich isn't done. I could still find a Veluza. I'm not going to hold my breath. But I'm very happy. Oh, thanks, Lucky and Bad. There you go. You just need to be lucky. You don't need to be good at things. Shiny Dondozo was the first thing I'm going for once I get my Switch 2 set up tonight after work. I mean, hey. That's a good call. That's pretty much what I did. We're the same, you and I. We're the same. You majored in history. You know, looking back, I wish I majored in history. I instead decided, okay, you know, I don't know if I'm going to try the YouTube thing, but I want to use my creativeness somehow. So I did comp sci. So if I ever did like try to, I don't know, like come up with a game, like I'd know how to code, even if I was like leading a team. But I wish now that I know what I know and that I did end up trying YouTube and stuck with it, I wish I just majored in history so I could have enjoyed those 4 years of classes so much more. I hated coding. I hated it so much. But I love Dondozo. That's what matters. Dondozo, 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 Dondozo. I am looking at a few things while I try to catch this to get caught up before I have to get back into shiny hunting. All right. Cool. All right. All right. Dondozo, Dondozo. All right, we still have a minute 40. All right. We can do it. Shiny at the buzzer, why not? Why not us, chat? Why not us? It could happen. We just need one fish with a bit of green. One fish with a bit of green. I said one fish with a bit of green. I said one fish, bit of green. One fish with a bit of green. Green, 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 but not Meryl. Green, 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 but not Meryl. Green, 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 green. Fish be green, 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 green. Mean green fighting machine. That actually does explain what Veluza has going on. All right, we're just showcasing how many Pokemon spawn, Veluza. That's what we're doing here, okay? You're helping me prove a point. Just need one of you to be green. I'm sure I've already failed one of you. Someone can probably clip that and show me after the stream, and I'll be like, oh. And it'll just be like that. My reaction will just be like, oh. I can always come back with a psychic sandwich. That's fine. I just need the green fish. I'm probably going to fail another shiny as I run around and do this. There's just one thing I want right now. There's only really one thing I need. Would I eat a Veluza? I mean, if it wasn't poisonous, absolutely. They make me so angry. Yeah, no, that's my revenge. That would make me the bad guy, but you know what? That's fine. Someone's got to stand up to Veluza. I just saw a Dratini. Dang it. Well. Hey. That's okay. That's okay, because we got Shiny Dondozo. Now that means we did get... Oh, actually, we got 4 shinies in the second sandwich. Okay. So we got 3 shinies with a fail in the first sandwich, and then 4 in the second one. I definitely failed a few different shinies throughout that hour, but I am so happy with how improved this lake is. It is night and day. Before, it was not a playable area. As much as I love Scarlet and Violet, as much time as I've spent playing Scarlet and Violet, this lake was a spot I avoided almost completely. That's completely changed. We did. Oh, I got the Joyful mark. I don't think I've ever gotten that mark. Meryl the Joyful. I love that. All right. And Dondozo! Dondozo the Sociable. That's not the grass. It's not the grass. Jeez. It's not the greatest. It's not the grass. It's not the grass. I didn't even name you. Well, you're my special little guy. But all in all, it is unbelievable how much better this place is. Truly unbelievable. But with that, that means it's time to move on to the next place I wanted to check. And that is none other than Tree Thicket. I mean, the lake is one thing, but this place is more commonly referred to as Tree Thicket than Tree Thicket. There is no better place than to test how much better the Switch 2 is than here. Now, the question before I get into this is, what do I want a shiny hunt for? I've found a lot of shinies. Actually, wait a minute. There is one Pokemon I think I found but ended up failing. Did I ever get a shiny Kamala? No. I think I should get a shiny Kamala. Tree Thicket. How improved are you? Okay. There's like a little bit of stuttering, actually. Oh my god, there are so many Pokemon. Oh god, I don't know if I actually know what all of these things look like shiny. Okay, that is going to be a little overwhelming. I will say there was a little bit of stuttering entering Tree Thicket, so that will be interesting to watch. It doesn't feel as smooth as the lake. It's not as bad. It's way better, but I want to be pretty fair with this. Like, I want to, you know, recognize the good and the bad. What's the point in, you know, talking about the good if you're not even recognizing the bad, right? Okay. I don't think I've ever actually found a shiny Grafaiai. So this is definitely going to be interesting. It's easier when you're looking for a giant yellow fish than, you know, the varied Pokemon here. Are there any new trees? I don't think so. Were you expecting them to add trees? I don't think there's new trees. Do we want more trees? I don't think I want more trees. Should I want more trees? Am I silly for not wanting more trees? Okay. So you're not the shiny. The shiny has like red. Okay, red around the eyes. Interesting. Hey, dude, I don't know if you're shiny. Okay, no, you're not shiny. Is it bad that I hate how smooth it is after playing it laggy for so long? I think it is bad for the word hate to be used. I think to dislike it and not be used to it. But if you get to a point where you hate how improved it is because you got so used to it being bad, I think, I definitely think you should just play a lot of the game and get used to it. Does make sense for it to take a little bit to get used to and to be overwhelming, but hating the game running well, you might have gone too far the other way, my friends. And I want you to enjoy this game for what it is. How does it feel to play? Infinitely better. I will say, of all the places I've gone, this is the worst it has felt. But it's not laggy like it used to be. Like, there's a little bit of stuttering at points, and it's a little bit slower at points, but it's still infinitely smoother. Not perfect, though. Okay, what does Shroodle Doodle Doo look like shiny? I don't actually know. Okay, purple eyes. That'll be pretty easy. Shroodle Doodle Doo. Shroodle Doodle Doodle. You're gonna play this once you're done with Oris? Hey man, enjoy Oris. That is not what I expected to hear. That anyone is like, I'm going back. I'm playing 3DS games. Then I'll play the upgraded Switch 2 games. Like, huh? You have a Switch 2 and you're gonna finish Oris first? Good on you. I would not have done that. Did we get the bundle or regular? We were able to get the bundle. We were ready to show up and just take whatever was available, but the bundle itself was available, so I got that. Oris are the greatest Pokemon games? I don't think I can get down with that. I'll be honest. I do not agree. They're solid, but greatest. Yeah, no, I can say solid. Pretty darn good. Is everyone playing Oris right now? What's happening? What is going on? Switch to attacks right off? Absolutely attacks right off. Yeah, no, it's probably feels a little unfair. That's, you know, that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, this is, I need a Switch 2. Well, I don't need a Switch 2 for my job. I need a Switch 2 if I want to be remotely good at my job. If I want to be remotely competent as a Pokemon content creator, I do need one of these. So, yeah, no, it's a little, probably a bit unfair, but it is also legitimate. There are definitely people who, you know, the way they're doing tax write-offs, a little like, really? But no, this video and stream I'm doing, quite literally impossible without a Switch 2. Gosh darn it, Komala. You silly little goob. You little goober. Alright, I got you, Mr. Landon. Actually, I mean, I don't know why tax write-offs were brought up. It's not a very exciting topic, and now I feel silly that I continue to bring them up as a shinies popped up, so I'm going to stop and continue this thought later. But I did have a thought. But for now, whoa, it's a shiny pig. That's my makeup reaction because I was in the middle of a thought earlier. I hope you liked it. I hope it seemed really natural and, you know, normal and good and grand. But yeah, that's a shiny pig. Definitely not what I'm looking for, and I'm pretty sure I have both the male version and the female version already. But you know, you never have too much bacon, right? You never have too much. I'll save. Hey, a shiny is a shiny is a shiny is a shiny. That's what they say. But what I was going to say is, do not ask me for like what you should get. Like, oh, should I get the bundle or shouldn't I get the bundle? And like, don't ask other Pokemon YouTubers, like very legitimately, because for me, I'm gonna write it off either way, right? Like, so I'm not really thinking like oh man, what would be better? What's gonna be most cost effective? It's just more like, okay, well, I'm gonna be able to write either off. You know, it is a genuine business expense. So like, they got the bundle. I'm going to get the bundle. Screw it. Let's get the bundle. And that is much different than like everyone else's situation here. So I do think like people want to ask questions like, oh, what, you know, you got this and that. Why'd you get this and that? And even like when it comes to setups, like, oh, what computer, what camera did you get? Well, it's for my business. So I wrote it all off. So I may have gotten something a little bit more expensive just because it's, you know, like it still had to pay for it. But like there is, you know, a way to, like there is some sort of tax benefit, which makes it kind of cheaper if you really do all that not fun math. So that is like something to consider, right? Like I can give you my genuine answer, but it may just be a different thing. So I say all that because I don't want to lead anyone astray, you know? All of this stuff is annoyingly expensive. So, I don't know why tax write-offs were brought up. Very random thing, but I do think it's like a genuine thing to throw out there of like, hey, I might not be the most reliable narrator of, what'd you get and why? I don't know. I was really, really stressed I wouldn't be able to do my job. I needed a Switch 2. I just got whatever they had. I think you missed a shiny Komala. The beauty of a stream on YouTube is you can go back and look. So I'd be intrigued if I did miss one. I've been a bit overwhelmed with all of the different spawns and trying to see like if any of these things are shiny. I'm not very used. I mean, this is another area that I'm not used to hunting in. It was so impossible to hunt in here that I'm not used to the different Pokemon that spawn and like what their shinies look like. So I'm really overwhelmed looking at everything, and I think I'm not doing a good job of like actually looking around. Have I considered doing the Artisan Gym Challenge again on the Switch 2? I have not. That would be cool to see, but I am just not super interested in like that specifically. I will leave that to someone else to try. It's a good thought and it's a good one to try, but I don't care as much, honestly, personally. So I'll leave that to someone else to give the good old college try with. Shroodle, noodle doodle. Collab with Tyler, the Creator. It's the most random thing. I actually can't imagine something I'd want to do less than like collab with a creator as incredible as like Tyler, the Creator. Like obviously, like even jokingly, it's just like hey man, obviously that's not even remotely close to an opportunity I will ever have. But could you imagine something more intimidating than like, you know, in this joking like in this situation where a chatter has just said, hey, you should collab with this person, so I could. Can you imagine something more daunting than collaborating with like an actual like genius within their field? And you're just sitting there going, shroodle doodle doodle. What do you think? It's a nightmare. That's a genuine nightmare. That's a nightmare. No, I would, Chad, if you have the ability to make it so I can collab with anyone, I want to collab with like the worst artist you can think of. Like, I want the bar to be on the ground, so I am, you know, like I can really rise to the occasion. What I think of Tyler's newest album? Yeah, that was a masterpiece. That I need to go back and I need to listen to that album again. I listened to it I think twice when it first came out and kept a few of the songs, but it wasn't really an album where I wanted to just throw the songs in like my big playlist. It felt like an album that, I don't know, feels a lot better to listen to the entire project. So for that reason, I need to go back and listen to the entire project again. So I don't know, maybe one of the songs would grow on me and I would be fine tossing it in to listen randomly outside of what I kept. But no, I love that. Collab with LeBron James. Just wait, LeBron's gonna retire and he's just gonna go on a media tour and somehow he's gonna find his way playing Pokemon with me. Oh my God. LeBron James is many things in this world, including my sunshine. But more than anything, even more than his skill as a basketball player, he's the funniest man. He is so unintentionally funny. I feel like the funniest possible collab I could do with anyone would be just, hey LeBron, we're playing Pokemon. I'm throwing you in. You don't know what's going on. Let's just see what happens. Need that. Need that so badly. Not a thing that could or would ever happen. Would just be funny. People that hate on that man and are like just so deeply entrenched in hate are missing out on, I mean, a lot of things, but past the basketball, just one of the funniest humans. That dude is there's so many funny moments. Ugh. Are we planning the Gen 5 Catch Every Shiny? We have been talking about it. We have some thoughts. I will let you guys know when I have more concrete plans. Right now, things got really off schedule with those, just with how last year ended. I had 2 employees literally at the same time have babies and, you know, go on leave. I mean, I was planning a wedding for a while. There was a lot of things going on at the end of last year to the start of this year, and things have finally started to calm down. But it's been a chaotic year, so we're still figuring things out. So hopefully soon. Hopefully soon I also find one of these shinies I'm looking for. Much less laggy in here. But I'm not having the luck I would have liked. No, it's the thing that's kind of odd with the catch a shiny from like every shiny in a generation events is like, why did my Scizor just stay there? That was weird. The way people ask questions about Pokemon that you can't get shiny, like, really confounds me. And it's like, it kind of reminds me of, I think a lot of people can struggle with creative problem solving. And it's one's like really simple. Guys, if it's impossible to find a shiny Victini, like you cannot hunt and get a shiny Victini because it's shiny locked, then we won't get a shiny Victini. Like, if we are incapable of doing it, we're not going to do it because it's impossible to do it. That's it. That's the whole thought. Like, it wouldn't make sense for us to like hack it in, or like there's the only thing that makes sense is skipping it because it's not able to be shiny hunted for. But I have gotten a question on like, are you going to shiny hunt for Victini? What are you going to do for Victini? Like, so like more times than you would imagine. And it really confuses me every time. It's like, well, you can't get one. So it'd be interesting. I wonder, like, if I talked about doing, like, catching every single shiny in this game, like, I wonder if people would ask me what I do about Miraidon and Koraidon. Like, that would actually be really, that'd be a really interesting thing. That's a social experiment I want to pull on my audience. Is that rude? I just want to have my audience be lab rats I'm staring at and seeing like how many of these people sincerely ask me what I'm going to do about Koraidon and Miraidon. It's like, well, nothing, because they're shiny locked. It's an easy one. Do you think I should stream shiny hunting? If you want to, yeah. Yeah, I absolutely think you should. I think a lot of people want to create content, but then don't. For a lot of, not silly reasons, but there's just like so many reasons getting in their way. And it's just like, no, just do it, man. When you start, no one's going to watch you because no one knows you because you haven't made content yet, right? Like, you have to start to eventually get people to start watching you. And if you're worried that like no one's going to watch, so that's why you don't want to start, then, I mean, don't ever start because you'll never be able to stop the, like, you're always going to start with no one. But just go for it, man. We all start at near zero. We all start, well, most of us start pretty bad at it. Only way to get better, only way to grow is just go for it. Rip the Band-Aid. And also see if you enjoy it, you know? It's really difficult to know if you would enjoy it by just watching. Like, it's hard to convey the kind of mental and emotional exhaustion of like sitting here and just talking nonstop for hours and hours and hours. At times, my my stamina for it can be a lot higher, but you know, honestly, right now, I'm feeling pretty run down. I've been doing this for like 2.5 hours. I was hoping to stream for like at least 6. I don't know, man. Kind of exhausted. We'll see. I'm hopeful I can catch a second wind. Tree Thicket has definitely, it hasn't impressed me, and I haven't enjoyed shiny hunting in it too much. That might be the sandwich I chose, honestly. So I'm gonna, you know, really wait and see what this next sandwich does. I don't know. I'm using the Pro controller. You copied? Copied what? Did I copy someone else who is streaming Pokemon on the Switch too? It's the new Pro. It is the new Pro. Let's see. Alrighty. I really should just stop down on the Kamala at this point. Where does Kamala spawn more than anything else? Kamala, Kamala. I feel attacked by you and I don't know why. Okay. You copied Tree Thicket? Oh. You think I copied, like someone else came up with Tree Thicket. And by using the name that someone else came up with, I've copied? Sure. Yeah, I guess. I feel like that's a weird way to go about copying. Like, isn't the whole point of coming up with something clever like that and popularizing it? Like, so people also say it? But, you know, hey. Different strokes for different folks. If that's the case, I'm gonna make up anyone who says that, or just whoever emits that string of noises together owes me $25. That's mine. Can't do it. Can't do it. That one's mine. I'm pretty sure I'm the first one to do that. Fine. So I can go back to calling it Tree Thicket if this is how we're doing things, but I'm gonna have to make a list of things where if other people do it, they owe me money, because I feel like I gotta make money off of this. Oh, copied it from M&J TV. You know what, chat? I have a gripe. I have a genuine gripe. that isn't actually a gripe. It's a very interesting thing. Now, I'm gonna really contradict myself. I am so happy I do not have an audience of fans who go around and tell, well, to my knowledge, it probably still happens a little bit, but goes to other people and tells them that they copied me if they did something similar to me. I'm glad that does not happen. But because I'm friends with Mikey and Mikey's fans do that, and they do it a lot. I will say at some points it kind of bums me out on the other side. I'm like, man, Mikey didn't come up with Lag Tree Thicket. Didn't even get close to coming up with that. Absolutely did not come up with that. It's kind of sick. It's like at one point I remember like the photosynthesis meme he did in like his video a long time ago is a reference to SpongeBob. To be like so like charismatic, truly, just so charismatic and successful that you can take a reference from SpongeBob and then be like, get all of the credit for coming up with something, or like saying Lag Tree Thicket that everyone's saying, and people are like, hey, that's Mikey's thing. Like that, like I don't actually want that, but when it's used against me, I'm like, man, I don't love being on the other side. Like, I just don't got it. I just don't got what he has. I don't have the aura. Just that charisma where that man's like, all right, SpongeBob, I love the show. I love this reference. I'm tossing it in. Now everyone's like, wow, this guy. Photosynthesis. Damn, he's a genius. And it's not a knock on Mikey, to be very clear. I'm being very sincere when I say, like, it truly, like, I've known him for a while. He's a wonderful guy. He's a very, very charismatic man. I get it. It's just like, damn it. How the heck is that? How is there someone here who thinks he came up with Lag Tree Thicket? And is calling me out for it. Come on. Dang. Ugh. But then again, I say all of that. I genuinely do not want people to do that on the other side. It's just more, I get, you know, I'm human. I get annoyed when people come over and tell me you're copying your good pal like that. But what I don't get annoyed by, is finding the shiny I so desperately want in these horrible laggy areas that have been finally fixed. It's so validating. It's the perfect way for this experiment to end. Going to the lake was always horrible. Shiny hunting there, terrible. Never could get a Dondozo. Switch 2 patch, everything's way better. Find the shiny immediately. I tried shiny hunting here multiple times for a shiny Komala. Ended up finding one and then failing it in a challenge video I did a while back. And never was able to reclaim it because hunting here was miserable. But now I am back. And here we are. The number one thing I wanted to find was the Komala. We do finally have one of these. And I can say, without a shadow of a doubt, that Lag Tree Thicket is Lag Tree Thicket no more. Lag free? I'm not sure if I could deem it that. There were a few times where it stuttered a bit. I wouldn't be shocked if this was the worst place in the game for a little bit of lag, but it's still so much better, like infinitely improved. It's time to go for a brand new area and see if the bamboo forest is no longer laggy. That place with a bunch of Pokemon spawning, especially if it started raining, was a nightmare. So I want to see how improved that place is. But I also want to make sure I'm going for the right Pokemon. I've done a decent amount of hunting here. I really, really liked going after Bisharp and Pawniard here. And I don't really want to just go after another one. So I feel like I should go after the right Pokemon here. So I'm going to run around and try to figure out something that really makes sense. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pick something that I haven't gotten just multiple of. But I do really want to test out this area. Let's see how this place is to shiny hunts. So far, it seemed a lot better. Oh my God! Wow. Okay. All right, well, yeah. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. That was crazy. That was absolutely wild. All right, so far so good. So far so good. Yeah, I'm just gonna name you Ted. You're Ted. All right, Ted, get in the box. All right, well. I already enjoy this much more than Tag Tree Thicket. That was not a fun place to hunt. Again, it was probably the Pokemon I was going for. But I actually think the Bamboo Forest is now pretty perfect. Like, there's a lot going on with all of the bamboo, but you can still see around in a pretty good way, right? Like, the bamboo is really skinny, so it doesn't obscure your vision too much. So you can really just stop down, look around at everything that's spawned, and get a good view at things. You're probably still gonna fail a few things if they, you know, spawn a bit out of your eyesight, or you don't notice that Scyther's chest is a little red. But it's a lot easier to see most of the Pokemon that have spawned, if not all of them. And so far, there really hasn't been any slowdowns. Because of all the things I'm talking about, I mean, I can just phase right through these bamboo. You know, there's no running into the bamboo. I don't even know why it's here. It barely exists. I'm gonna take you out, Heracross. You're dead, you're gone, you're boring, bye-bye. But I can just run around like crazy and just have these little clumps of Ursaring and Teddiursa spawn. And it's kind of insane. Yeah, no, this is perfect. I think this has just made this area incredible for shiny hunting. Just absolutely incredible. I mean, we'll see. Hey, I'm gonna do the full sandwich here. We're gonna see how amazing it is, but I feel confident enough to call it here. Like, this is ridiculous. I do need to find the areas where Teddiursa and Ursaring are more likely to spawn. So maybe it is at points just kind of stopping down and looking around rather than constantly moving and just letting the 30 Pokemon at once all spawn. That way I can have a better idea of like, okay, like let's see what spawned over here. There's a bunch of Teddiursa and Ursaring. This is just so much better. I did not realize there were bears out here. Huh. Look how many Pokemon spawned here. This is crazy. I mean, the wide open areas are definitely the most impressive areas. Like, it's nice to see that these laggy places are no longer abominations that ruin the experience. But when you get to a wide open area, oh, I say that, I don't know. Going from the top of the hill down, that was actually really nice. Wait a minute. Wait, that might be the move. That was just so nice to see so many things spawn in front of you. I'm sure things are probably spawning behind me that I'm missing. But that might actually be the move. Wait a second. Whee! All right, let's see. Was that a one-time thing or what are we thinking? Thank you very much for the $1, Lorenzo. I appreciate it. All right. Yeah, no, this is so nice. Just going downhill, so many freaking Pokemon spawning in front of you. That is so nice. Oh my gosh. Yeah. If you can find areas in this game where you're just kind of running straight forward like that, and there's not too many Pokemon spawning like far to the side, like everything is mostly spawning in front of you, or I guess behind you, and you're just not noticing it. That feels ideal. When you have to run around in circles, it's so easy to miss so many things. And the bad luck you could be getting is just you went the wrong direction. Like the shiny spawned, it's just you went right and you should have gone left. Can't really do anything about that. Man. You say, I don't want to be that guy. Look at Koraidon's legs bobbing up and down. Do they look bad? Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, hey, if anything, the game still looks horrible. Toss it out there. I mean, I think it's interesting to have the different perspectives, right? Like, if there's something to criticize or knock, I'm happy to do it. I don't personally see anything wrong with the animation. I think it's just kind of how he moves. I mean, I think it can look a little bit odd, like when he's going so fast, but the animation seems pretty smooth for what it is. Oh, you're saying it's good. Okay. I thought you were saying it looked crazy. I was like, huh. I'll hear it, but I don't see it. No, that makes more sense. I think we're on the same page. Man. It is wild to have found one so quickly. Because now I'm just like, wait, I'm not going to find a shiny every 2 minutes. What is this? Oh, chat. No, part of the hunt was not like I'd find a shiny and then immediately make a new sandwich and waste Herba Mystica. It was we were going to make one sandwich and that was going to be that. So this is what we do now. We look for normal shinies. Yeah, no. Do I think you'll find a shiny wife watching the stream? Gonna be honest, man. Think you might strike out there. I don't think that's how that works. I'll be honest. Think you are out of luck. Do Pokemon still spawn inside of walls? I'm pretty sure. This isn't really a place where Pokemon spawn inside of walls, so I'm not as confident if we could like make that happen here, but I do think in caves they do, because so many Pokemon are spawning now. It's like they're kind of forced to. Oranguru is yellow, right? Oh, pink? Oh. I think it was yellow. Huh. Interesting. Usually I'm not wrong on that stuff. I don't know why I thought it was yellow. Is Passimian yellow? Am I just completely wrong? I think it was yellow. Now that you say that, now I'm like, yeah, well, duh. I don't know why I was thinking that. The game feels significantly different. Yes, absolutely. Like, very undeniably different. I will say, when you find the shiny you're looking for within the first second, and then you've explored all there is to explore in the bamboo forest this fast, it does feel a little silly to keep going. Do I have an Oranguru? Let's see. If I don't have an Oranguru, let's keep going. If not... Okay, it looks like I don't have an Oranguru, so let's get one. Never mind. All right, we're changing gears. We're going for Oranguru now. Okay, no, now I have a reason to be here. I love the Switch 2 controller. I mean, I don't think it's like, it doesn't feel super different from the Switch 1 Pro controller. I think it's a little bit better, but I didn't really have any complaints with the original Switch controller, so I might not be a good person to ask that. There's probably people who have more complaints than I do who could tell you the big difference. But I like it. I'm happy with it. I have not played the new Mario Kart yet. No, I will be doing that after stream. That's one of those things where it's like, I want to keep that just for like, you know, the fun of it, right? Like, it's very easy when you become a content creator to turn like everything, like video game wise, into content. And then all of a sudden, like, you never actually get to play games for fun. And it's, you want to be able to blur those lines a little bit. I'm able to be a Pokemon YouTuber because I've always loved Pokemon. I've never gotten burnt out on Pokemon. But I actually don't, like, I'm not that much of a gamer. I don't play a lot of video games in my spare time. Like, I don't really have like a good stamina to like sit and play a video game for a long time. I usually got like an hour or two in me if I'm not playing with friends. So I'm trying to keep more things separate from this, at least when it makes sense. So, at least on my personal streams, I think I'm gonna keep Mario Kart off. But like, I don't know, if me and Mikey want to do a thing or I get invited to like some sort of tournament at some point, that's different. But for this, it's shiny hunting time, baby. Said by a shiny hunter. I mean, I guess I see what you're saying. I don't really shiny hunt off camera at this point. And even when I did shiny hunt, like my favorite shiny hunting, like the way I got into shiny hunting was Poke Radar hunting. I never was like, I'm gonna do full odds hunts and like, I got this 3DS with me all the time. Like whenever I'm watching something or doing something else. I do a lot of shiny hunting now because of the games, and I think that line is super blurred. So I got one shiny hunting video I've been working on for months and months and months. I put a lot of time shiny hunting into that. But if I was not doing that video, I would not be doing I would not be doing the amount of shiny hunting that is in that. The video is so secret, I can't even I'm not going to reveal any part of it. That's a shiny, aren't it? Isn't it? I can reveal that that is a shiny indeedy. I can indeed reveal that. But I can't reveal all of my secrets. You'll see it when you see it. Let me see. Indeedy, I don't like anything you did, I'm gonna be honest. Will I shiny hunt in Legend CA? Oh my god, yeah. Of course. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, that's like, well, I am excited right now about it. If they don't have the shiny sounds in ZA for some reason, I'd probably still shiny hunt. I mean, because it's like a pretty big part of my job at this point. But I'd be devastated. I love shiny hunting in Legends Arceus. Legends Arceus is one of my favorite games, if not my favorite Pokemon game. I'd be so sad if they got rid of the sounds for some reason. That'd hurt the experience so much. You saw a shiny Teddy Ursa? I mean, maybe. I wouldn't be shocked if I failed a shiny Teddy Ursa. I did already catch one today, so I'm not like too worried about it. But, I was gonna name you Henry, but you're a girl, so you're Henrietta. That's your name now. There you go, Henrietta. It's interesting. Someone said like a collab with a full odd shiny hunter because I'm so different. I mean, I think here's the thing. I mean, I am working on. I have a few things in the background that are more full oddsy, but honestly, the biggest difference between me and like the full odd shiny hunters is like, I mean, I do like shiny hunting. Or like full odd shiny hunting to an extent. I do also like look at those shinies as like a lot more special than like shinies in this game with a method. But one of the things I really love about shiny hunting is getting like really creative and coming up with this very cool, unique like reason to shiny hunt and this fun goal and making like a fun game out of it. And I think the methods allow for that, but also part of it's just my job to make content. So the way my channel is structured, if I did too many videos where it was like, you know, no methods, no shiny charm, like full odds, like crazy hunting, I would just post a lot less frequently. And that would be bad in like a lot of ways. It also creates a lot of pressure of like, okay, can I make this one video good enough to be worth the huge wait? And I think sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. And one of the most successful shiny hunting videos I ever did was like day 1 or 2 of Legends Arceus being out. I just said, hey, Mikey, you want to do a shiny hunting competition? And we just did first to find 4 shinies wins. And it, like, people loved it. It was just so straightforward. It was just so simple. You know, there's so many fun ideas. There's so many things that I want to do. I have so many creative, so many different ideas for videos, and I can't make all of them. So one thing I'm really trying to do is balance between like videos, like kind of like this, that, hey, it's going to be like 12 hours of recording and then, you know, however long it takes to put the video together. And then things like the secret one I've mentioned, that it's already taken me like 5 months on and off, and I am only halfway done. And probably like, I don't know, maybe 60, 70 hours of recording so far, and I'm halfway done. You gotta find a nice balance. I don't think I actually answered the main question, which was like collab with them. I think it would be interesting. I don't know what the idea would be. Like, what is the collab between you know, full odd shiny hunting and then someone who's using insane method hunting where 30 Pokemon are spawning on their screen at once with a sandwich. I don't know. There's not like a lot of crossover, but I'd love to come up with a cool idea. I don't know. I think the thing that like Johnstone does so well, and at times I have been able to figure out as well. I think Johnstone's got a much better, way better stamina than I do for you know, shiny hunting in these longer projects. But like giving yourself a goal. The best way to shiny hunt or like finish a dex, like whatever it may be, it's like you have to have a goal you're working towards. If it's just like I'm just gonna go shiny hunts, and you're just doing the same thing over and over and over again and kind of bashing your head against a wall, it's gonna get really boring. Like Wolfie, one point, he had sent me a voice message. He was like, "Oh man, I don't get why you love shiny hunting." He was like trying to get a certain Pokemon for a VGC team and he wanted to get a mark on it. So I think he found like 13 before he got the mark. Like, yeah, no, that sucks. I would hate that. I don't want to shiny hunt for the same Pokemon for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, finding shiny after shiny after shiny, just trying to find a mark. Like that would get really boring. That's the definition of insanity. Oh, I missed the pink ape. Oh, I got really focused into my story. Dang it, Wolfie! But as I was saying, as I may or may not have failed a shiny, oops. It must have been very obvious because everyone noticed it. That's, oops. But Wolfie had been going for the same Pokemon over and over again. And he asked me why I enjoy shiny hunting, and it's like, well, I don't enjoy that kind of shiny hunting. I enjoy shiny hunting like this, where I'm like, oh, I want to test out all of these old laggy areas and go for different hunts and like constantly be moving around looking for something new, right? And what Johnstone's done, which I really have loved, is like, okay, I'm going to get every single shiny Kanto Pokemon. I'm going to get some shinies in Gen 9, some in Legends Arceus, some in Let's Go. You know, maybe he does a Masuda hunt, maybe he does a hunt in Oris or X and Y. There's just such a variety. So there's an end goal that he's trying to complete that, you know, once he's able to complete it is going to feel good and like he accomplished something. But there's also a nice variety rather than just doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, hoping for a different result. Because at this point, this is Shiny Teddiursa number 2. Shiny Teddiursa number 2 is infinitely less exciting than Shiny Teddiursa number 1. And if I find Teddiursa number 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7, it's going to get less and less exciting. Variety is the spice of life, and I think that's a big thing for shiny hunting. You need to have a bit of variety. Especially in a game like this, if they're easy to find, if the shinies are a dime a dozen, you got to make sure you're changing things up a bit. But I can't change things up too much right now because I apparently missed a very obvious pink monkey and I feel silly about it. Now, I actually think I probably do have an Oranguru in Pokemon Home, and that's why it's not in the game right now. But I'm not sure if that's true. Will I, the Pokemon creator that plays Pokemon for a living, play the new Pokemon game when it comes out? Yes, I will. I will absolutely be playing it, and almost definitely will be streaming it the day it comes out. Yes, that's a good bet. Yes. I hope that makes you happy to hear. I hope you're asking because you're hoping to watch me play it. Not like, oh boy, this guy's doing it, I gotta avoid. Like, no. What are my hopes and expectations of ZA? Oof, that's a good question. I don't want to set too many hopes. I think a lot of Pokemon fans that are too online consume too many videos and like just rumors on Twitter or Reddit or wherever the heck they find them, 4chan, like any of these sites. I think they consume too many of the rumors or the leaks, and then they get really excited about things that they saw but were never promised by the Pokemon company, and then really, really disappointed. And I've watched that happen a lot of times, so I try not to get my hopes too high. I just kind of want to go into the game and experience it. That being said, I am very influenced by like the things I've seen. Like now that I know how this game runs on the Switch 2, I'm expecting ZA to be a really, like, at least run this well and be either a lateral move from this or building upon it. I also am really expecting shiny hunting to be similar than it is to Legends Arceus. It's such a downgrade to go from Legends Arceus to this, where not only is there not a shiny sound when you find a shiny, but there's not even like a sparkle or anything to indicate that it's shiny. I mean, there's a lot of people who are colorblind out there or have different like types of colorblindness. It's really crappy to have gone from something that was so much more accessible for people with the shiny sparkle and that notification to this, where you're just failing shinies left and right. You can go to each one and attack it and then hope that it's shiny, but that's annoying. So I'm hopeful they can bring that back. Now, that being said, you know, like there are people who, okay, maybe they aren't colorblind, but they could be hard of hearing, so that the sound might not actually be that good of an indicator for them. And the shiny sparkles of Let's Go may have been a lot better. It'd be cool if like there could be some combination, or like if you could like toggle things on and off, like if you could toggle the sparkles on or toggle the sound on, if, you know, both of them aren't going to just always be there. But I think for me, my biggest hopes and expectations are I really am hopeful that they can build off of this quality with ZA. And I'm really, really hoping that the shiny sound is back. It was really disappointing to go into this game and that was not here and the sparkles weren't here. Like, at least one, right? At least have one of them. Past that, I don't really have any hopes or expectations for like the megas. There's a rumor out there of all of the megas. It seems like it could be credible and all of the new megas have already leaked. I'm not sure if that's the case. I'm not going to point out what those were. But if I've already seen the full list of every mega that's happened, like I'm not gonna have any hopes and expectations, because like I've already seen what they might be. So I'm just gonna kind of wait to see what they are and not really get too up or down. Like oh my god, we need to get this. I saw someone say it's this. It's just like, all right, there's a chance I've already been spoiled. I'm just gonna go in and, you know, be surprised. So I don't know. I'm gonna try my best to go in and just experience it. Hey, I'm a big inspiration for you starting a YouTube channel. I really appreciate hearing that. All the luck in the world to you. I really hope, more than anything, that you enjoy making content, whether it's streaming or making videos. That's the biggest thing. I just hope you enjoy it. Any advice? There's so many ways to give advice. I'd really just say, and I've said it many times in many streams, and you know, to a point where maybe it's not helpful anymore, but I think it's the most important advice. Just keep going for it. Just keep going at it. If you love it, just keep trying and making content and getting better and better. And if you ever get to a point where you're really confident in yourself and your content and you think you're doing a great job, you think your ideas are great, or, you know, your commentating's great, like the visuals are great, like whatever it may be, at that point, you know, there's a lot more advice, but I would just say in the beginning, just go for it. It took me 9 to 10 years to have any break. And I think I really needed those 9 to 10 years to get comfortable as a creator, because I wasn't ready for things to explode, you know? Like, there are some people who get really lucky and they stumble into a viral video before they're ready, and they don't know how to build off of that. And that can be really difficult. Practice really does make perfect with this, and there's just so much to learn. How am I? I'm doing quite well. I haven't had the stream stamina I was hoping I would have today. I do think I kind of overshot a few things. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna test all the laggy areas, I'm gonna do an hour here, an hour there, an hour there. And I think the reality is you do not need more than a half an hour to figure out if an area is no longer laggy and if it works well. So I do think, you know, move into doing a half an hour per these areas, and when I go to you know, area 0 and the DLC and like these other places, just spending less time on specific hunts and kind of moving about a little bit more. I think that'll be more exciting. So I think tomorrow's stream I'm gonna enjoy a bit more. But today's been really, really cool. And hey, Sneaky Goomba, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. I almost missed that. I really appreciate it. Should I get the Switch too? I already have the Switch and spend so many hours on it, but I don't know if I should. My opinion, yep, here's the third Teddy Ursa. Hey, hello, hi, hello. Oh, wait, no, that's the Pinkarangaroo. The Pinkarangaroo's behind. Whoa, 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 the Pinkarangaroo. Wait, whoa, whoa, ignore whatever nonsense I was doing. The Pinkarangaroo. There it is, there it is. Wait. There it is, it's there. Wait, okay, come on. Don't despawn. You don't get a name. You don't deserve a name. You're Teddy Ursa 3, okay? Yes! It didn't despawn! Let's go! Let's go! I've been waiting for this to happen. With so many Pokemon spawning at once, it's just a matter of time before I find a shiny and see another shiny. And now I can say without a shadow of a doubt, I have a shiny Oranguru. I failed one earlier. Apparently it was very obvious and very embarrassing. Part of me still believes that I have one of these, but it's in Pokemon Home. But as long as I don't fail this, I know for sure I got one. And I will have found everything I wanted to find in the Bamboo Forest. Pretty good. Pretty darn good. Finding a shiny Teddy Ursa seconds into the hunt here definitely got rid of most of my motivation for hunting. So being rewarded with a shiny at the buzzer and just 2 at the same time, that was a pretty good ending. I appreciated that. I kind of needed a little bit of a pick-me-up. There we go. Nice. That's what you love to see. Nice, nice, nice. All right, perfect. It was pretty clear pretty quickly that the Bamboo Forest was insanely improved with this patch. I mean, there was one weird stutter early on. Past that, I mean, Pokemon spawn so quickly here. It is so enjoyable to run around this Bamboo Forest. It's night and day. So much better. So many green teddy bears. And I probably missed like 5 pink orangutans. But you know what? I got one. And that's what matters. So, let's make our way to the Asado Desert. If I said that correctly, who knows? This is a place that was absolutely unbearable whenever there was a storm. Now, I don't know if I can just make a storm magically happen. I don't really know how that works with the weather. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make sure it's, you know, a sandstorm here. I don't know if I can go here and it's just gonna be like a blizzard. But I do really want to try out these areas when there is a storm. It's not the best conditions. I don't know if you just kind of need to get lucky with that. I'm not entirely sure. But it's already storming in the desert. Well, okay, let's go back to the desert. Seems like I'm a bit of a silly man. Seems like I might be a bit of a silly man. All right. The first 3 places we went to were the places I wanted to test out the absolute most. But the desert is a place I've really wanted to hunt in more, but at times it just really hasn't been as enjoyable as I feel like it should be. Like, this should be the perfect place for shiny hunting. It's so wide open. There's nothing blocking your vision from all these Pokemon that spawn. But in the past, it just hasn't been what it should have been. So let's see how improved it is. Now, the big question, what do I want a shiny hunt for? I've gotten a decent amount of the shinies in the deserts. So I don't know exactly what I feel like I'm missing here. If anyone has any good suggestions, I'm not going to go for the poop bug. I've done that too many times. Volcarona. Volcarona's not a bad one. Cacnea is one I've been thinking of. I'd say like either Larvesta or Cacnea. I don't know if there's like a strong opinion on either. Larvesta? I think I'm seeing the most for Larvesta. I think Larvesta is the most unique hunt in the desert. And I think it would be nice to do this. And actually, I think Larvesta would be our first isolated hunt. So I think it would be nice to do an isolated hunt here and then an isolated hunt on the mountain. And even if I don't spend a half an hour in each location, I think that could give us a pretty good idea of what's going on here. And this is actually the first isolated hunt I've done. It's very, very clear early on that there is absolutely no lag in this desert. This desert is a dream for shiny hunting in. And I think the best way to showcase that is going to be with an isolated hunt. What does it look like when every single Pokemon that spawns is the Pokemon you're hunting for? Now, this isn't the easiest shiny to see from a distance, but it does still stand out a decent amount, right? You just need to notice the yellow. What is interesting is when a Pokemon is far away and you can see it like kind of fade when it's like getting far. And actually, let's count how many Pokemon have spawned here. Starting with that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Oh my God. This is crazy. I may not have counted them all perfectly. It's hard to know exactly, you know, like where I started without like pausing things and putting a number up for each one. Like, boop, 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 boop. But I think you spawn over 30 Pokemon. I don't know what the limit is. I don't know if it's 35. I don't know if it is 40, but it's just insane. So now we're really kind of getting into a mode where we're going to see how easy is it to find shinies in this game, especially when you're isolating these hunts. Because this is pretty absurd. There are no frame drops. This is completely clear. It'd be nice to get a desert or like a storm a brewing to see how much that slows things down. But just right now, I mean, this is absurd. Larvesta's butt a different color too? I didn't remember that it was, but it might be. I just mostly look for the yellow instead of the red. Chat trolling? They're trolling poorly because I am not paying attention to them. I do want to try some picnic resets. Now that every Pokemon that spawns, well, most of them at least, are going to be what I'm looking for. How useful is this? Did everyone just yell shiny at the same time when I started a picnic? Because that would be brutal. Now, that would be the second time, so it could just be chat trolling. I didn't see a shiny. Can't do anything about it anyways. It's hard to believe chat has come together to be a lot more competent with the trolling. The lot of you've disappointed me many times in the past. Maybe it's a new leaf. Okay. Town reset? I mean, I could try a town reset. It's tough to know exactly what I want to do. Like, I really want to test out as much as possible with this. But sometimes with these hunts, like, it's just really like it's a numbers game. And actually, I don't think Larvesta spawns over here. So I actually don't think that would make sense. Like, it's quick. I mean, I guess over on this side, it could be quicker. But the Pokemon spawn so quickly, I actually don't know how useful town resets are going to be in a lot of areas. Because, I mean, these things spawn so fast. I feel like you just want to be in a spot where you're just surrounded by little bugs. Little bugs. All snug in a rug. That they've lit on fire. This is a fire bug. You probably do not want to put it in a rug. Or snuggle with it. That would be bad. Don't do that. Just don't hug bugs. That's my advice for the day. Don't do that. I know you might want to snuggle the 3-foot fire bug. But I don't think you want to be lit on fire, and that's probably the issue. Do you think this patch will debunk the 16? Well, I don't know. That's not a rumor. It just changes it. Yeah, no, that's actually not a rumor. I'm pretty sure that is confirmed. But this patch has just changed how many Pokemon spawn. So I just don't even know what it is now. It's just like it's completely different. I will say the isolated hunt, a little overwhelming. And this makes me really want to do an isolated hunt where it's like unbelievably noticeable. These things really far away, a bit difficult to see, a little overwhelming. I'm constantly feeling like I'm failing something, like I'm missing something. Like I should be, you know, going in a circle and scanning everything, but then I see something like this on the hill that's too far away to tell if it's red or yellow. I gotta settle in. Would I snuggle an entire Slitherwing? No. What? I just said don't snuggle a Larvesta. So then you're like, well, what if you snuggled the bigger dinosaur dude that will also light you on fire? It's like, no. That's so many Ghastly. That's a ridiculous amount of Ghastly. Well, what are we doing here? You're not Larvesta. I do think it's funny when one of these like hypotheticals or like just silly things get thrown out. All of a sudden chat erupts and they're like, well, would you hug this Pokemon? Would you hug this Pokemon? Would you hug this Pokemon? And if you guys had it your way, I'd be answering the question of would I hug each Pokemon for like the rest of the stream. I'm gonna cut it there. Sorry, chat, I'm gonna have to cut. Would I hug it? Pokemon talk. Here. And I'm just gonna put a maybe for all of them. I'm gonna be honest, I am like really thrown off that I have not found a shiny Larvesta. Clearly, my methods right now have not been optimal. I thought I'd be doing a better job of the shiny hunting today. I'm gonna have to step it up tomorrow. I'm a little disappointed in myself. How do you do isolated hunts? I mean, you just kind of have to know about them. Like, I just know there's no other fire type in the desert, so I made a fire sandwich. And then The only thing that can really spawn is the one fire type. So that's kind of how you do it. There was a shiny Ghastly. Well, there's nothing I can do about it, even if that's true, my friends. If that is true, though, I really probably should have looked a little harder. Love how I said I'm going to stop the Pokemon hug talk, and chat's like, alright, but what Pokemon would you kiss? That's an insane question. Chat, am I the weird one here, or should the answer just be zero of them? What do you mean? What Pokemon am I gonna kiss? What are we talking about? What? Chat, I need you to lock in, chat. Chat, it's this tomfoolery that's preventing the shinies from spawning. I feel confident in saying that. It's this kind of malarkey. The Larvesta's like, what's being talked about here? Did bro say tomfoolery? Chat, what word do you want me to toss out when people are asking me about what Pokemon to kiss? You want me to use like a regular word? You want me to throw something that's gonna be, you know, something you hear every day? No, that's tomfoolery. That's the word for it. It's the appropriate word. Kiss, Mary, kill, stream one. Chat, I'm blaming you for this drought. I'm blaming you for this drought. And when I say drought, I mean a 12-minute drought. Shiny hunting in this game, very broken. You don't find a shiny in 2 minutes, it's a problem. You start complaining. Try throwing paint on one. Is paint flammable? I don't really think I know about the flammable properties of most paints. Feel like painting the firebug might not be a good idea. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Well, some vary. Not if you get the paint wet. Some and vary was enough for me to think, you know what, maybe we don't throw paint on this guy, this fella, this critter. You know? Maybe not. You should ask Larvesta to be yellow. I really like that energy. Hey, buddy. If you can't be yellow, could you ask your pal to be yellow for me? Pretty please? I'd like really appreciate that. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. Good talk. All right. All right, Larvesta. All right. You know. Okay, that was a weird little stutter. I wasn't expecting that. Isolating a little tiny bug Pokemon in this big desert feels like it wasn't the best decision. It's really making the desert seem a lot more empty. And it's already like, it's a very empty desert, right? Like that. I mean, deserts in general are empty. That's kind of how they work. But I can't say I love my decision. Like if I could go back, I might have picked a different one. Like, this has definitely showcased a lot of things off, but it's not as enjoyable as I would have thought. You missed the shiny? I mean, I haven't really moved in a second, so maybe it's still there. Did I miss a shiny? Where was the shiny? Is the shiny still here? At this point, I've definitely missed at least one shiny. I feel like I'm gonna end the stream to like a ridiculous amount of people sending me clips of like, you missed this, you missed this, you missed this, you missed this, you missed this. Man, I just don't have it right now. I feel like I've lost a bit of my mojo jojo. I've missed a bit of that mojo jojo that I once possessed. Oh, no, never mind. There it is. No, I found it. No, it's right there. No, that's, yeah. No, I found it. No, no. There it is. All right. Quick Ball is letting me down today. That's okay. I was struggling. You're struggling. We're all struggling a little bit, Larvesta, okay? We're all struggling a little bit. Come on. If you're gonna hit Scissor with a fire move, it's got to do a bit more than that. Oh, come on. Boo! Turn it off! Boo! Don't waste my time and go for String Shot. Just get into the Pokeball. Okay? Come on. Let's be pals. Let's be friends. Thank you. All right. Don't fall swipe. It knows recoil. Well. Wasn't worried. Wasn't worried for a second. Larvesta, more like Larry Vesta. Oh, got him. Yeah, that wasn't my best work, I'll be honest. But you know what? I don't think I need to finish the sandwich to know everything I need to know about the desert. This place is insane. There's absolutely no lag. Nothing is slowing down. And Pokemon spawn like crazy. I think this is the best place so far to just be able to see how many Pokemon truly spawn. And I'll count them again. All right, let's go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 30. I think 37. So I remember that trainer was around the area, but this is what I was waiting for. Okay, the sandstorm. Okay, we found our shiny. We showed off how many Pokemon spawn at once. It's crazy. How bad is this area with the sandstorm now? This was the biggest thing I wanted to see. It's kind of annoying. Like, now that it's not stuttering and the frames are staying pretty consistent, I'm just kind of annoyed that this is happening, but it's not affecting the game at all. Absolutely no lag. I mean, it makes sense that if you're going to be in a desert every once in a while, there's a, you know, little sandstorm like this. But I mean, there's just absolutely no slowdowns, no lag, no nothing. These Pokemon are spawning like crazy and they're spawning fast. And I am failing shiny bug after shiny bug, let me tell you. If chat's to be trusted. I don't know about that. I think I'm good to go to the final place I wanted to test out. That has been very laggy in the past, and that is this mountain. But I think more specifically, this area over here. And there's one hunt. Oh, not even here. No, no, no. I think here. And there's one hunt in particular on this mountain that I have been a little famous for. Famous for being horrific at the hunts. But, you know, nonetheless, I have been known to fail Frigibax over and over and over and over again. They're so hard to see. It starts hailing. It's even harder to see them. It's a nightmare, an absolute freaking nightmare. And I think the best way to finish off trying all of these originally laggy areas is to finish today with a Frigibax hunt and see if that has been improved. Was the game the problem, or am I the problem? I think that's a good way to end this and really really find out once and for all. Is Frigibax a frog? I don't think so. Hey, chat, you don't have to say I'm the problem. Chat, you can be on my side. It's okay. It's okay. No, it's okay. You guys can be on my side. No, it's okay. You don't have to be on the side of the game. No, you don't have to do that. Crap, is dragon, is that salt or is it pepper? I think it's pepper. Gosh, I hope it's pepper. Hey, chat. No, I think we can all be friends here. I think we can root for each other. I want you guys to succeed. You want me to succeed. Right? Right? How do you catch shinies without Herba Mystica? Get the shiny charm. If you can't get the shiny charm, do outbreaks. And if you don't want to do outbreaks, learn what shinies look like and just run around. Imagine you are the shiny. Then where would you be as the shiny? Then you will find the shiny. I'm a small shiny dragon. I'm hiding under a tree in the blizzard. Nailed it. No, I'm ready to go. I got it. I'm locked in, locked and loaded. Look at that sandwich. Okay. Sparkling encounter, perfect. All right. So far, every area I've gone to that was noticeably laggy in this first well, no, I said that so poorly. I'm gonna try again, chat. I'm gonna try again. Sometimes you need a do-over, even if it's a stream and it doesn't matter, and this line might not be used for a video. I just need it for me, okay? So far, every place I've gone to that was very noticeably laggy in the Switch 1 version has been completely fixed in this. Really, Tree Thicket or Tree Forest? Tree Thicket. Is it the thicket? Is it the forest? No, it's Tree Thicket. The thicket. That still had a few frame drops, and I can't say I loved shiny hunting there, but it was much improved. We gotta end today with a place where I myself may just be the problem. I've experienced some lag here. Whenever it does blizzard, it is a nightmare. But is it the game lagging? And that's why I can't find this little rapscallion shiny? Or is it me? Oh my God, there are so many of them. This is absurd. There are so many. What are we talking about? This is so overwhelming. Yeah, no, bring on the snow. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, bring on the blizzard. Yeah, that's right. I mean, that's literally what I was hoping would happen. I mean, that was the whole point of this. But I don't like it, I'll be honest, okay? It might be the point, it might be the reason, I still hate it. Okay. Yeah, no. Right, yeah, no, I can do this. Yeah, Yep. Yeah, I'm not overwhelmed by how many of these dudes are here and how tiny they are and how subtle the shiny is and how the snow is blocking my vision. That's, yeah. No, this is good. This is great. No, I love this. Okay. I'm a little worried the problem was me to begin with. But you know what? Let's stop being cowardly. I'm just gonna run. Let's see. How bad is this game in the blizzard? I mean, so far it's overwhelming. It's disorienting. It's not slowing the game down. I mean, this is incredibly smooth. Are you shiny? Of course you're not shiny. I'm stupid. Yeah, no, this is insane. I mean, the amount of these dudes that are popping up is crazy. Is absolutely insane. Oh my God. Look at how many of them are just behind me. I think I'm their leader. They're following me. They all think I'm their mama. Come with me, little dragons. Come with me. We can brave the elements together. You guys definitely, you have to follow. Hey, buddy. Hey, man, what's going on? Oh my God, he's so adorable. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, you got something for me? What's going on? Wow. Yeah, no, this is amazing. This patch is, it's like a whole new game. There's a lot of elements that were obviously there in the original version. But when you don't have to worry about the lag and all the extra nonsense and you can just appreciate like little things like this. This dude is so cute. He walked up to me and started going, wah, wah. I mean, look at this dude. I mean, this is adorable. Look at these fellas. This is what I'm here for. This is amazing. You know, this is so fun. I still need to find the shiny. I need to find the shiny or freeze to death trying. Well, I think we can say with confidence, the laggiest areas have been fixed. Whether it's just a ton of Pokemon spawning there, the water, a sandstorm, a snowstorm, there's all the trees are super laggy. Like it really has not mattered so far. Everything has worked incredibly well. Everything is so smooth. The spawns are so fast. And if anything, it's just creating new problems, which I don't think are problems. It feels bizarre to be like, man, too many Pokemon are spawning. I don't know. The more the better. It can absolutely be a problem if there's too few. But it's not like there's too many that I'm constantly running into these things. I mean, I can avoid them pretty easily. Okay. My ear is bothering me after having these stupid little earbuds in for so long, but I'm almost done. I just need this one little shiny guy, and we'll be good. This one little shiny fella. Part of me thinks I'm going too slowly and too cowardly. Wait, no, that's it. That's it, right? Yeah, there we go. As soon as the snowstorm started again, the shiny was right in front of me. There we go. That's okay. That's okay. You know, that's okay, buddy. That's fine. You don't need to be in a quick ball. We were going slow and steady. Wins the race. No, John! Okay. Oh gosh. I got 3 Master Balls. I don't even care. I don't even care. Yeah. Yeah, no. No, that's how we end it. Yeah, nope, that's, yeah, you, yeah, no, you're Mrs. M. Yeah, no, I caught you in the Master Ball because your first name is just actually M. No other letters, it's crazy. And it would have been disrespectful to catch you in any other Pokeball. Yeah, I didn't make any mistake there, no. Everything went according to plan. Mrs. M, incredible. And of course, the blizzard ends immediately. And there it is. I went through the laggiest places in the Paldea region, or at least the ones that stood out the most to me, and they all seem completely fixed.